Welcome to another Pluxbox tutorial on logic blocks. In this video we'll explore the reduce list block. Reduce list block is a powerful tool that transforms lists in meaningful ways. In this video we want to use this block to find the average of student scores. We are in the workdata environment. And here we have a collection of students. If we go inside the collection you can see we have two elements. One for their names and one for their score. The index of score is set to number. If we go to Data Explorer, we can see the list of students and their score. You can watch our tutorial on Workdata Guide to make these kind of collections. Now let's go to Workspace to find the average of the class scores. Start by adding a load event to your view. Then add a live list block to access the data in the students collection. Connect the load event block to the live list block and add a get data block and connect it to the live list. If you hover on the result, you can see the data structure. Edges shows a list of objects, so we write edges for the path. Then, we add a reduce list block to our logic. Inside this block we can sum up all the numbers in the list. Then connect the value attribute of the getData block to the list attribute because the input should be your list of scores with the initial value set to 0. Now if you double-click, you go inside the reduce list block. Here, we can define a function that adds each value to the accumulator. So we add a sum block and connect the accumulator to the left attribute of it. Then add a getData block and connect the value to this block. If you hover on the value, you can see the data structure. Node is an object. If we click on it, we can see our score element. So for the path, we write node.score. Then, connect the value to the right attribute of the sum block and connect the result to the output. Let's go back. Now that the summing part is done, we need to get the list length. So add a list length block. Connect the value attribute of the getData block to the list length block. And next, add a divide block to the logic. Connect the reduce list to the left attribute of divide block because this is the sum of all numbers, and then connect the list length to the right attribute so that it divides the sum of scores to the number of students in the class. To show this number, we add a text element to our artboard. Choose bold for family and increase the size for readability. Select the text element and connect the result of divide block to the value attribute of this text element. Let's see the result. As you can see, here we have the average of all the student scores. Thanks for watching this tutorial.